Hi again, my friends. Welcome back to the program. Andrew Richter, the television show, our 197th installment. I know you've got them all at home. Your TiVo's probably full of programs from me, and maybe one of these years will come out on DVD or something. Who knows? I'll have to dig up the old shows from 2009. We are heading into season 6 now. Northwest Community Television has picked up my option, but we are still negotiating a long-term contract for me to continue. So as of right now, season 6 it's getting, we're inching, both sides are inching closer, but it's getting there. I like my perks, so they're offering me more of this, and I'm coming back with that. So we'll see when season 6 comes back in February. But for right now, election time. Believe it or not, you might think elections are a long way away. They really aren't. The season is upon us as we go here into 2014. And elections in Minnesota start with something called a caucus, which for Minnesota is February 4th, it's Tuesday night. And depending on what party you are from, Democrat, Republican, Green, Libertarian, whatever, they will all, I assume, independent party, have their own caucus. And that sort of starts the election season. And I want to bring in the expert on local government, grassroots stuff here in this area, Jason Bradley, my partner in crime.
It is good to be back.
Yes, you've been gone a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been sitting by the phone waiting for you to call, all dejected.
That's right. We hold Jason back. Less is more. So we hold him back for these special programs. Jason, I want to know if you can start by explaining to the audience here, what is a caucus? Why do we have it? There's not a lot of caucus states anymore.
Right.
Only about 10 of them, I think, left. Minnesota is one of them. What is the purpose of a caucus?
That's a great question. There are two systems. We have the caucus system and the primary system. Primary system, everybody goes out to vote, and whoever wins that primary vote then is your candidate going forward for that party. People vote per party. You can get a Democrat ticket, a Republican ticket, a Libertarian ticket, whatever.
So in other words, just to jump in, you're talking about voting to nominate somebody for an office.
Yes.
Governor, senator. Which
Yep, absolutely.
We have those elections coming up this year in Minnesota.
Yep, and we do have primaries here. But where we differ as a caucus state is we hold a caucus where we get as many people as want to come and participate, come, and they break up by precinct. So it's your local people, your neighbors, that all get together in a room and decide, here is who I like to go represent me to what's called my BPOU, or Basic Political Organizing Unit.
And every precinct is delegated a certain amount of delegates
Yes.
and alternates. And we should mention a precinct is quite small. You and I live in Crystal, and there's about 10 precincts, I think, in Crystal.
Oh, there's more than 10
Oh, is there
precincts
only
in
10?
Crystal. There's, let me think.
Well, Ward 4 has 2.
Ward 4 has 2.
Ward 3 has 3.
3. Ward 2 has 3. Or 2, and Ward 1 has 3?
Yeah, so that is 10.
Okay, it is 10.
I was
Yep.
right. I mean, you're gonna interrupt me and say I wasn't right?
You got to get that once in a while, right? you got to have somebody hold you honest once in a while, because otherwise...
Yeah.
Okay.
The number one show on television will do
Yeah.
that to you.
Plus, if I don't challenge what you're saying once in a while, you'll just think you're right all the time, right? Even if you are, we got to rein you in.
See ya.
Okay.
Okay, where the hell were we?
Okay, so we were talking about getting into our precincts. So we get together with our neighbors, and we choose delegates and alternates, precinct captains, secretaries that represent us with our neighbors. So a precinct captain then is somebody who is in charge of when the eventually the person that you have from your party coming around saying, hey, I'm the guy or the girl running for office, they take the person around the neighborhood, or they call their neighbors, or they get a couple other people to help them call their neighbors. And then from time to time, they'll go to other things. At least that's what it was designed to do, to be a local boots on the ground organizer.
Every precinct has a point person to contact,
Yes.
so to speak.
Yep, absolutely. So you've got that. You've got your delegates and you've got your alternates. And those are really important to have your delegates and your alternates know what they're there to do as well. Their main job is to go to the conventions and to nominate somebody.
Now, when you say conventions, you are talking about your local Senate district.
Yep. We're not talking about the national DNC, RNC conventions that you see on TV. These are much smaller.
And if you don't know what Senate district you're in, the Secretary of State's website, if you go there and type in your zip code, they will tell you who your legislators are, your senators, your congressional representative, if you're not sure. I know we had redistricting in 2012. So they go, Jason, then to the delegates who are elected based on how many you can have.
Yep.
Go to a Senate district convention.
Yes.
What do they do at the Senate district? Just anybody who wants to run out there ought to know what they're in for beforehand.
Right.
What do they do at the BPOU convention?
Okay, well, they have a couple of jobs. In even years, it is their job to choose the alternates and delegates that will go on to both the congressional district, which is your U.S. representative, and the national conventions.
The state conventions.
Or
too,
state
yeah.
conventions, rather. Then from there, they go on and vote on like resolutions that could go into your party platform. So they really do shape what your party believes, if you're a party type person.
Or you want to change the party.
Right.
You agree with the party generally speaking, but have a few issues that you'd like to see
Yeah.
them. So one thing with that is one thing that happens at your caucus, whatever party you have has a platform, you can introduce a resolution to amend that platform.
Yeah.
And if your precinct says yes, then it goes up to the BPOU level.
Right.
So if you're reading your party platform and you don't like something, you want something taken out, something added, your precinct caucus is the first place to get that ball rolling.
Absolutely. Those get introduced there, and that's something that you vote on those at caucus, and they move up to the convention level.
Now, what else do we do at the BPOU convention? I interrupted you.
No, that's fine. In the odd years, then, we vote on the officers for that BPOU. And so that's your chair, your vice chairs, secretary, treasurer. Yep. So these are the people
State Central.
Yep. Yep, and State Central, which is like a gathering of statewide alternates and delegates that vote for, like, Republican Party of Minnesota, same with the Democrats.
Yeah, basically your party chairs statewide have 2-year terms.
Yep.
And they are odd year to odd year. So State Central we just had it in 2013 to do that. Now, one other thing local BPOUs do, they also select candidates to run for state office, correct?
They do. They hold endorsing conventions, and it's those alternates and delegates that then endorse somebody to run for state senator, state representative.
And every Senate district has 2 representatives and 1 senator. In 2014, the Senate is not up, but the House is up every 2 years. So you will have an A and a B representative, and their terms will be up in 2014.